The situation unfolding right now in Zamfara state is one that many people across Nigeria and even beyond are watching very closely. What we are seeing is a direct and serious confrontation between armed bandits and local traditional hunters. After reports that these hunters moved boldly into forest areas believed to be terrorist and bandit camps. This is not a small development, and it speaks volumes about how deep the security challenge has become and how fed up local communities are. For a long time, bandits have operated freely in large parts of Zamfara. They kidnap travelers, raid villages, steal livestock, and force families to abandon their homes. Many rural communities have lived in fear, sleeping with one eye open, unsure of what the next day or night will bring. Now, what has changed is that local hunters, people who know the land very well and have protected their communities for generations, are no longer waiting quietly. They have decided to take the fight directly to where these armed groups are hiding. Reports indicate that these hunters entered forest areas that have long been known as safe havens for bandits. Once inside, heavy fighting reportedly broke out. Gunshots were heard for hours in some areas, and residents nearby described the tension as extremely high. Some people fled their homes temporarily, while others stayed indoors, praying that the violence would not spill into their villages. This kind of clash is very dangerous because once fighting begins deep in the forest, it can easily spread or lead to revenge attacks. As you are following these updates, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's because we bring you clear and timely news like this, explained in a way that is easy to understand. What makes this situation even more serious is the timing. In recent months, security forces have increased pressure on bandit groups through ground operations and air actions. These efforts weakened some camps, but they also pushed many armed groups to move deeper into forests or closer to civilian areas. Local hunters often act as guides and informants for security agencies, but this time, the reports suggest they went further than support roles and directly confronted the bandits themselves. Many people are asking why this happened. The simple answer is frustration. Villagers have watched their farms destroyed, their relatives kidnapped, and their communities emptied. Some families have paid a ransom multiple times. Others have lost loved ones. When people reach a point where they feel help is not coming fast enough, they start looking for ways to protect themselves. This is the environment that led to the current clash. However, this kind of action comes with serious risks. Bandits are heavily armed and often retaliate brutally when they feel threatened. When hunters attack camps, bandits may respond by attacking nearby villages, blocking roads, or targeting soft civilian areas. This is why many security experts say coordination is very important. Courage alone is not enough. Strategy and communication matter greatly in situations like this. As this story continues to develop, keep liking this video and subscribing so you don't miss important updates and explanations. On the other side, many residents are praising the hunters for their bravery. To them, these hunters are heroes who are standing up when everyone else seems powerless. In some communities, people have openly supported the hunters with food, information, and prayers. There is a strong emotional response because these fighters are often sons of the soil, people who grew up in the same villages that are under threat. But there is also fear. Parents worry about what will happen if the fighting escalates. Farmers worry about returning to their fields. Traders worry about roads becoming unsafe again. Even those who support the hunters understand that a prolonged fight could make daily life even more difficult. The government and security agencies are under intense pressure at this moment. People want clear answers. They want to know if these hunter operations are supported officially, if the military is aware of the movements, and what steps are being taken to prevent harm to innocent people. Silence or unclear communication can easily lead to rumors and panic, especially on social media. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue bringing these updates to you. Another important part of this story is the wider impact on the region. Zamfara is not alone. Other states in the northwest have faced similar problems. What happens here could influence actions elsewhere. If hunters are seen as effective, other communities may follow the same path. If the situation turns violent and uncontrolled, it could also serve as a warning. This is why many analysts say the current moment is critical. Decisions made now by both local groups and authorities will shape what happens in the coming weeks and months. Will there be better cooperation? Will security forces increase their presence? Or will communities be left to defend themselves more aggressively? As you listen, please like this video and subscribe, and also share it so others can understand what is really happening. For ordinary people on the ground, this is not about politics or big statements. It is about survival. It is about being able to sleep without fear, to travel without worry, and to farm without being attacked. When hunters move into bandit camps, it shows how desperate the situation has become. Right now, many details are still unclear. Information is coming in bits and pieces. What is certain is that tension remains high and everyone is waiting to see the next move. Communities are alert. Security forces are watching closely. Bandits are likely regrouping or planning their response. We will continue to follow this story carefully, breaking it down in simple, clear English so everyone can understand. Please remember again to like this video and subscribe for ongoing updates. Please keep liking this video and subscribing to the channel because it really supports this work and helps more people get clear and simple news updates. As the situation continues, one important thing many people are overlooking is the psychological effect this clash is having on both the communities and the armed groups. When bandits realize that local hunters are now confident enough to enter their camps, it sends a strong message that fear is beginning to shift. For years, these criminals relied heavily on intimidation. They wanted people to believe they were untouchable, that no one could enter their territory and survive. This new development challenges that belief, and that alone changes the dynamics on the ground. At the same time, fear has not disappeared. Villagers are still cautious. Many families are limiting movement, especially at night. Some parents are keeping their children indoors instead of sending them to school regularly. Markets in some areas are quieter than usual. This is because when there is fighting in the forest, people expect consequences and no one wants to be caught off guard. Please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any important part of this ongoing story. Another angle to this situation is the question of sustainability. Hunters are skilled in tracking and survival, but they do not have the same resources as formal security forces. Ammunition, medical support, communication equipment, and logistics are all limited. If confrontations like these continue without proper coordination, fatigue and losses could set in quickly. This is why many voices are calling for structured cooperation, where local knowledge is combined with official planning and protection. There is also the issue of misinformation. In times like these, rumors spread very fast. Some messages exaggerate victories, others exaggerate losses. This can raise false hope or unnecessary panic. That is why it is important to stay calm, verify information, and listen to trusted updates. Our goal here is to explain what is happening in a clear and responsible way. As you are listening, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. The wider social impact is also significant. When insecurity drags on for too long, it affects food production, local trade, and education. Zamfara is an agricultural state, and many farmers depend on stable conditions to plant and harvest. If people are afraid to go to their farms, food supply reduces, prices rise, and hardship increases. This is why resolving these security challenges is not only about safety, but also about the economy and daily living. Community leaders are now under pressure as well. They must balance supporting their people's desire for protection with preventing actions that could bring more harm. Some leaders are calling meetings, advising caution, and urging collaboration with authorities. Others are openly backing the hunters, saying the communities have waited long enough. These different views show how complex the situation has become. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because these reminders help this channel grow to keep bringing you updates. Looking ahead, many people are watching to see how authorities will respond. Will there be official statements? Will there be increased patrols? Will there be clearer rules about how local fighters should operate? These answers will shape what happens next. Silence or delay could increase tension, while clear communication could calm nerves and guide actions. One thing is certain, this is not just another headline that will disappear in a day or two. The clash between bandits and Zamfara hunters represents a deeper struggle over security, trust, and survival. It reflects how communities react when they feel pushed to the edge. As events continue to unfold, we will keep breaking everything down in good, simple English so everyone can understand what is really going on without confusion or fear-mongering. Please keep liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with others who want clear information.